Hey everyone, so I am on my way to a Tampa Tarpons minor league baseball game. The Tarpons are the single A affiliate of the New York Yankees. But before I get to the game, I am stopping at two places that have a little bit of Yankees history to them. Right now I am at the baseball field at Plant High School in Tampa, which is where Hall of Famer and 1996 Yankees World Series champion Wade Boggs played his high school baseball. It is actually called Wade Boggs Field now, and his number is retired. Also, if you are a Mets fan, Pete Alonso for the New York Mets, currently playing for the New York Mets, he played his high school baseball here as well, and his number is also retired here. So I thought I would stop by. I've talked about this a number of times. Wade Boggs, my childhood hero, my favorite baseball player of all time. Probably the reason that I love baseball so much is because I remember being a kid and every morning getting the box score in the newspaper, adding up his batting average to see if he was going to win the batting title that year, and a lot of those years he did win it. So this place has a big part in my love of baseball, and even living in the area for 5 years, I never stopped down here. So I thought I would do that today, since I was going to a Tampa Tarpons game later on tonight. So really cool. Just, it's nice to see when players give back. So they do things like have the field named after them, and it's cool to see where some of these players who, you know, like I said, became Hall of Famers, where they started. And I also do some volunteer work for an organization called the Irish American Baseball Society. And the Irish American Baseball Society is now running the Irish American Baseball Hall of Fame. And Wade Boggs is a 2024 inductee into the Irish American Baseball Hall of Fame. Very proud of his Irish roots, and he's very excited to be getting the honor from our organization. So as somebody who has always looked up to him, that's pretty cool as well. He's also very willing to like your tweets. So if you ever mention Wade Boggs on Twitter in a positive way, you are very, very likely to get your tweets liked by him. All right, I'm gonna stop by the next quick location, and then we're gonna head to a ball game. So I'm outside of the Sykes School of Business on the University of Tampa campus, and allegedly during a spring training game when he was still playing for the Boston Red Sox, in this general vicinity, Babe Ruth hit the longest home run of his career. So as I am going to a Yankees minor league spring training game, or not a spring training game, but it's their spring training facility and it's their single A team, I thought that I would show you some Yankees history, even though he did it when he was with the Red Sox, here in Tampa. Now I'm heading to the ball game. And now I have made it to my third and final destination in my little baseball tour of Tampa here, and that is Steinbrenner Field. I am going to head in now and check out a Tampa Tarpons game. They also, like I mentioned, are the spring training home of the New York Yankees, so they have retired numbers of Yankees legends. They have quotes on the walls. They have an amazing team store. So we're gonna see all of that as I enjoy another baseball game. I hope you enjoy it as well. Across the street from Steinbrenner Field is Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was also, for all the Swifties, one of the first stadiums to host the Eras Tour. And this past February, I actually saw Billy Joel and Sting perform there. So it hosts a number of big events. It actually hosted the Super Bowl back in 2021. So it might not be new enough to host any Super Bowls for quite some time, but still pretty impressive. And right across the street from Steinbrenner. So I always try these Impossible Beyond any sort of plant-based, vegan, or vegetarian options that they have at ballparks. This is a, I believe, Beyond sausage that they have here. It comes to like a little over $11, so I would say that, for example, recently when I was at the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, I think their plant-based option was a burger and fries for $10, and they had a hot dog for $5. So this is a little bit more, but we'll see how I like it here. It's okay. It's very, very dry. So you might want to load up on the mustard. I didn't do that, but you may want to load up with the mustard and definitely make sure that you have a soda.
And join the late, great Robert Maryland singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's one.
Peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back.
So while I am by no means a Yankees fan, and I will assure you of that, I do have respect for the franchise, or at least some of the players from the history of the franchise. Like I have said on a number of occasions, even earlier in this video, Wade Boggs is my childhood hero. He is my all-time favorite baseball player. When I was 12, he signed as a free agent with the Yankees. So that was weird, growing up a Red Sox fan and then having my favorite player sign with like the arch enemy. Not only was it bad because he signed with the arch enemy, but the Yankees were also my father's favorite team. So it was really, really hard for me to get rooting for the Yankees, especially in that 1996 World Series. But I was happy that Wade Boggs got a World Series. But then there's some players like, you know, really Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle are the big ones. Just absolutely adore those two players. They are everything that I love about the game of baseball. Fun, just genuinely good guys. And I think that the weird thing is that a lot of people back in the day would have said that like Joe DiMaggio handled himself with class, or some of these other players that would get a lot of the good guy credit. But now when you look back at it decades and decades later, it was Mickey Mantle who was eating meals with black players on the bus when the black players weren't allowed in restaurants just right across the bridge in St. Petersburg, Florida. It was Babe Ruth who took a 40-game suspension, I believe, to play barnstorming games with black athletes because he thought the black athletes also deserved to make a lot of money. So yeah, we talk about them drinking and partying and chasing women, but I think when we look back on it, they were actually the ones who were living the more moral lives. They were the ones who were sticking up for what was right, and that's why I will always respect the Yankees even if I don't like them. And of course here they have the famous quote from Lou Gehrig: "Today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth." Even when he was dying of ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. And a lot of times when I go to these minor league baseball games, heck, even when I go to the theme parks, I wear my baseball is the best shirt to end ALS. And this is with Sarah Langs. She's very popular on Twitter. She is suffering with ALS, and the profits for this shirt go to helping to fight that disease. So I hope you enjoyed another baseball video, and I hope that with some fairly consistent theme park videos coming out lately, I hope that you won't mind every once in a while taking a break and coming to a ball game with me. So if you can just watch, like, comment, and of course subscribe to all the videos, it would just really help. Like always, making it to the end of the video helps more than you will ever know. Liking helps even more. Commenting with something positive helps even more. So I'm always trying to chase stuff that I think either you will find interesting or at least maybe let you into a little more of my personality, so that we can continue to grow this channel as a community, so we get to know each other a little more, and that's always a good thing. So we saw where Wade Boggs played his high school baseball. We saw where Babe Ruth hit a legendary home run, and now we caught some minor league baseball here at Steinbrenner Stadium in Tampa. I'm going to keep trying to do the theme parks as much as possible, but you're going to see some other stuff here and there because I think that's fun as well. Some big news lately. Just recently I was approved for media credentials for Tampa Comic-Con coming up in August. That was really exciting. I've had media credentials in my past radio jobs before, but this was the first media credential I've gotten because of the podcast and the YouTube channel. That's all because of you, all because of you people who watch, and you are so appreciated. Also, I just was offered a speaking engagement and accepted a speaking engagement to talk about how we try to be inclusive here on the channel and on the podcast, specifically how we talk about people with disabilities, but also how we try to be inclusive of people of color, members of the LGBTQ plus community, with disabilities, people on the autism spectrum. We are always trying to include everyone possible and have this be sort of a safe, fun place to just enjoy, right? We just want to take your mind off all the bad stuff that's going on in the world, and it's starting to be recognized. So our little community that we've built here on YouTube is starting to be recognized out in the real world. So maybe if we're building that kind of positivity here, maybe we can push it out into the real world as well. I mean, all of those toxic conversations about people claiming that everybody with a disability is faking it when Disney announced changes to the DAS pass. All of that toxicity, we're fighting through it, and that's a really great thing. And I'm so happy that because of that, I've got those two opportunities, and we are working on more things. We are really going to keep pushing. So I actually had to leave the ball game early because I have to get to Walmart by 10 o'clock or I won't have any soda tonight. And I would probably like to see my wife for a few minutes before she goes to bed tonight. So I am going to end this video. Like, comment, subscribe. When I say it helps us, it's tangibly helping us right now. So please make sure you do those things, and I'll talk to you soon.